Right now, let's trade it in anticipation with Scott Bauer, CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. Scott, what do you think? CrowdStrike set to follow in the footsteps of recent tech bounces on earnings?
I am very cautiously optimistic. Your discussion with Jeff there, you hit on a lot of great points. Fundamentally, this stock really looks good. It's just, what kind of environment are we in? It is still an expensive stock from a PE standpoint. You look back at when it was trading $290, $300 and say, wow, that was really expensive. And at 170, it's still fairly expensive, but the fundamental story is there. What I like, Oliver, is there was an area right around 161, 162, which had been prior support, broke down through there, so became, somewhat from a technical standpoint, resistance. And obviously we broke through that right now. Maybe that's, as you said, just in anticipation of the earnings report. So I am cautiously optimistic. So I'm doing a calendar call spread, a time spread. So basically what I'm doing is I'm buying the 195 call going out to June 17th, giving myself a couple weeks. But to finance the purchase of that call, I'm selling this week's 195 call. So I can do that spread for, somewhat over $1, maybe $1.15, $1.20, somewhere in that range, looking for that upside move. As Jeff said, expected move this week is plus or minus 18 or so. There is some resistance up at that 195 level. That's where the 50-day moving average sits in. So again, I'm cautiously optimistic, looking for an upside move. And if we get that, this calendar spread or this time spread will work out perfectly, because there's so much implied volatility. There's so much premium obviously built into this week's option because of earnings coming out after the close today. So cautiously optimistic. And listen, if it doesn't move, or if Crowd, has a poor report and they go down, I'm limited to the risk I can lose here for whatever I pay in this spread.
Okay. I like this because essentially, as long as this doesn't just totally rocket higher tomorrow, then you're happy with pretty much any gain.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what, Oliver, even if we get, if someone were to put this into the TOS, analyzer there, probably up to about 205 or so is a safe area for this spread just on a humongous move tomorrow. So I really like the upside to this. And again, on any sort of breakdown, my risk is limited.
Okay. So longer term, basically looking for CrowdStrike to drift higher. And if it doesn't, as long as it doesn't go through the strike tomorrow, 195, then you're fine with the big bounce too.
Absolutely. And I'll be able to manage this tomorrow. And like I said, even if it goes up through the strike a little bit, there's still going to be enough premium, enough option premium left in my long call, the June 17th call, that will make up for, some of that moving through the strike. So I definitely have some protection on the upside here. The downside is where, this thing doesn't work out.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Scott, for the trade. Prosper Trading Academy CEO, looking for some calendar bullishness.